And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of ID, arrives on air. Welcome to my Sunday DayZ stream. I got some time to play DayZ, which is actually fine, though I might not be able to last for long enough for like good DayZ stream, so we'll see how it goes. What's that? Looks strange. That's the... What's the ejector? So on the gun looked a little bit strange at this angle, and I'm looking at it because like my PC today has been experiencing strange issues. First I couldn't boot, then the DayZ launcher crashed, so it feels more like just bit flipping when you know, because of the radiation that's around, background radiation or like solar flares or whatnot, you would start getting some bits in your memory, like one bit out of like billions would just get flipped accidentally by heat of that particle, and yeah, you would get like an error all of a sudden, and you would never get it again. So that's how it been, how it felt. Feastmaster, good evening, welcome. Good evening, welcome. Got to check my memory, of course, but so far it's been only like another thing that compounded into like the problems. The main audio device got switched, which kinda doesn't happen on my PC because I don't let Windows to handle like drivers and whatnot. I don't let. Windows can't, but I was using Steam in its remote play mode, and that actually changed the default audio device in the system, and I lost audio. So, but that wasn't wasn't a bug, wasn't an error. It was just how it works. So yeah, welcome Feast. Let's play a little bit of DayZ. I don't know. I don't have any plans for the evening, though there's always something to do. Plus the day's been kinda on the longer side, so we'll see how it goes. So the server, yeah, I'm kinda in the... Ooh, nice. That's actually dark. I'm kinda in the south already, so maybe we will stay in the south for a little bit and then maybe go somewhere else. Maybe even change the server. We'll see. Okay. I hope you can hear me. I can see that OBS is picking me up. The sound's here. I can hear the sound. I can hear the game. So everything's fine. By the way, Fizz, since you are kind of like DIY, do DIY and retro stuff too, have you seen our custom MIDI controller? It was designed mostly by Nicola. My input was like 1 or 2%. Mostly some strange ideas or like color suggestions. So Space Melody Lab controller called Toast. So Toast by Space Melody Lab. You can find the video about it. I reposted it in my Twitter. So the device is getting out there. We are selling it in Russia. Nicola sold some, I sold some. Huge plans. Actually, the device is slowly turning not just into a MIDI, well, it is a MIDI controller. It's slowly gaining the abilities of like a keyboard. Nicola is rewriting the firmware. Found the website. Cool. I posted some videos on my Twitter actually. The first mod of Toast happened. It's not like the Toast. I think we never called it the Toast. So the first mod happened. The guy, actually a pretty well-known Moscow musician in his own league, bought a couple and repainted them. So officially the first mod. So I have looted this place already once. Let's maybe go somewhere else. So designed by Nicola, idea by Nicola. My input was like colors and maybe some additional functions and the look of the menus, like super minor things. Though Nicola is not a stage performing musician, interestingly enough, but he designed a stage device for pretty much stage performing and for like performing, doing things like on the go pretty much. It's a compact device. There's a lot of MIDI controllers out there. This one is a pocket size. So we don't have a page for for shipping, selling this device outside of Russia. But if somebody contacts me or Nicola and requests that, yeah, we could try to do it. Though right now nothing is certain with shipping things outside of Russia. There are channels, of course. I use channels to ship in couple guitars, so I could use the same channels to ship things out. The only thing that's certain, that it would be freaking expensive. The shipping itself would be like super expensive. Has this been looted again? No grenades. We can figure that out. I can where are you, Fist? I can start figuring things out. Tell me where you are. Two things I need to know. Tell me where you are, and if you are ready, UK, okay, and if you are ready to pay with crypto. That would be the way. If yes, then yeah, we can start thinking about it. Because some things are still possible. It's just everything is when it comes to shipping, it's like super individual. It's super like case by case situation, and the situation changes a lot. Like 1 month it's one thing, another month it's another thing. But again, there are ways in and there are ways out. So unfortunately, because of the shipping, we cannot send like free devices outside of Russia. Even though we have free devices for people who might like be interested in them, the shipping just would kill us. Well, Fist, nobody needs to know anything about that. The only way to pay us would be in crypto. So as for the like things you have to actually fill, you have to specify in the forms for shipping. Yeah, You know how it can be done. So yeah, of course, customs and whatnot, they would require some paperwork. Well, I mean, if China does it, we can do it too. So yeah, I'll start asking around about what's going on right now with like shipping to the UK. I am not sure. Different like weeks I hear different things about what's going on with like different shipping services. We have like official big company called Russian Post. There's always that. There's that, but there's always like other ways of shipping things out, other companies and whatnot. So the device itself is like wouldn't call it expensive. I kind of think it's very reasonably priced, but the shipping is going to be not reasonably priced. Yeah, I wish I could. Though we actually have people going to UK from time to time, so we even can do that. I think we can actually just use some people we know. That's rarely, but they actually go to UK from time to time. They visit the UK. Well, a couple times a year, if you're lucky, maybe once a year. I'll ask about that if you're interested. Then yeah, in this case, the shipping would be just what it would be in the UK. In this case. Yeah. Yeah, they should. It's like 100% MIDI compliant. It has like 100% standard MIDI output. But on top of that, it's gonna become like a programmable keyboard. I mean, human interface devices. Human interface device, not just media. Yeah. Sam's MIDI boards, cool, yeah, cool. Yeah, I keep seeing these graphical artifacts playing on the fences, and it like alerts me. Okay. I have looted this place the last time. I don't want to do it again. So let's go and take a stroll around. So, yeah. Maybe we should get back to the coast. Oh, yeah. I have a glow plug. So yeah, I'll ask around if any of those people that we know are going to the UK anytime soon, and even if it's not like soon, if you agree to wait a little bit. So yeah, if it's like people who we know, like just traveling to the UK, it would be the cost of the shipping would be the cost of like Royal Mail. Oops. Okay, this is like super loud. I'm going just to make my amplifier a little bit quieter. Normally my amp is like super loud for me to be able to hear like even the quietest rustles, steps and whatnot. But this is like super loud with my volume right now. So yeah, that guy from Moscow who bought 2 devices actually repainted them. He is a touring musician who like does, what would you call it, stage performance, psytrance, electronic music, and he actually repainted the tops of the devices, the panels of them, into like fluorescent green yellow. He says that's not just because of aesthetic purposes, cosmetic purposes, that's to increase the visibility. So, but yeah, the device itself, it's a super compact MIDI controller for musicians that just move around a lot. Or for people who don't really have a lot of room on their desk, I'm using one myself, but I'm using it to, so far I've been using it only to control the music, the background music that you'd hear sometimes me playing. So, and it's gonna get even more capable. So right now it has like buttons, and they pretty much, well, I mean, it's all reassignable, so we can assign anything. So, but it would be MIDI. The next version of the firmware that Nicole is working on, version, I think it's gonna be 2, I don't remember his enumeration. The buttons, they're going to be just MIDI keys, MIDI commands or whatnot. It'll be possible to just assign keyboard keys to them. Even something strange, like for example F13 to F24. And maybe even some combinations, like with Ctrl, with Alt, things like that. It's gonna be a MIDI device, but a keyboard, a small keyboard at the same time. Nicole has been working on another hardware version for... Okay, that sounded a little bit differently. Nicola been working on another hardware version. He's redesigning like the amount of knobs, the amount of pots, and the amount of buttons. So yeah, it's going to be TOS 2 pretty soon. The DSKI module. Well, I'm not familiar with Apollo hardware, like I know zero about the real stuff. So, but yeah, cool. So you're getting something designed after the real hardware from the capsule. Cool. DSKY module, or DSKY it would be. Cool. Programming interface. The one with a little bit of green digits and like numerical keypad with a couple of additional keys. That one. Like they're pretty much computer, the only one they had. Yeah, okay. I just didn't know the name. Cool. Yeah, things like that, they are like super cool to have, to build, but then like I've always thought of like, what if I build something like this for myself? I know myself, I would just play with it a couple times and then maybe just leave it be. I know for myself, so it would be cool to turn it into some sort of like, I don't know, gaming machine at the arcade or something. Like, well, you probably know about like Time Rift Arcade, 8-bit guys, Time Rift Arcade. So to have something like that at a place, something like the stuff we are talking about at a place like that. Oh god, another Discord bots. Why do they even need to grow their Discord? Yeah, cool. I actually have a problem with that because I use my numpad when I stream to control OBS. In the games where I need numpad, for example, like I think I would need a couple keys from the numpad, even in GTA 5, when flying, and like Star Citizen to control the camera. Yeah, I actually have the hard time every time. I just need it. So cheap Steam Deck, yeah, I could do that too, but I'm waiting for Nicola to actually finish that new firmware for Toast, and I'm going to be using Toast for that. Why would I need a Stream Deck when we have our Stream Deck at home? So it's not going to be just MIDI, it's going to be like going to be going to work as two devices, MIDI and human interface device keyboard. So that's not supposed to be here. But again, the backpacks, they can stay on the ground for hours. This is supposed to be here. Yeah, that stuff's MIDI too, yeah. I heard that much, yeah. So OBS actually has a MIDI plugin, which is super useful, for example, pretty much for the same purposes. Like you can adjust the filter values, whatever filters you'd use, audio, video, whatever. You can adjust them with MIDI knobs, with MIDI potentiometers. Which is cool, but yeah, having just programmable keyboard on the same device, that would be even cooler. DMX, yeah. Okay, just a hunting scope. Nice. Not something we need. Okay. So paid a visit to this place just to take a look around. Maybe if there was a base or something. Even loot behind. Yeah. So the fact that I'm not using actually my toast to control OBS is that I'm using a pretty old version of OBS that would require an super outdated MIDI plugin, and I'm not upgrading anything, I'm not updating anything, since I need to just redo the whole system from scratch. And I'm not really touching OBS, not really updating OBS, because it does work. It works. If something goes wrong, if I need to update it, of course I will, but otherwise okay. I don't know, while I can like spend hours thinking on like some IT issues and whatnot, IT conundrums. If something is wrong with my, if something goes wrong with my streaming setup, if something goes wrong with that part, it like just, I don't know. It makes me go mental pretty much. So I absolutely hate when something goes wrong with like my streaming setup. It's like a tool that I use every day, and I want this tool to be always ready, and I want to do any additional work for like just fixing the tool itself. Oh boy, Fist. Yeah, that stuff I don't even think of doing. Yeah. I had to disassemble one of the new Acer Swift 16, just to get to the drive. I didn't need anything else, just the drive. And I was like so happy when I realized that I'd only need to remove the cover to get to the drive. Yeah, the whole cover, there's no special slot, no special hole. But it would be only that, it's removable, it's reinstallable. I was so freaking glad to learn it. Acer Swift Go 16, yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, I'm not touching laptops. I don't like them. I don't use them. Only when I really need. So, and repairing them, yeah, not going to do that. Well, you pretty much confirming my thoughts. Pretty much confirming that I'm in general I'm right to actually avoid that type of tasks. Well, there's one that's not like that. Framework. If you heard about that one, you probably did. Framework laptop. But it would be 100% impossible to get one here. I don't think they ever like ship to Russia in any way, shape or form. Wasn't their market at all. Yeah. Bit limited on options. Yeah. But at least it's like it's very repairable. I mean, in terms of like just swapping out the components. And it's not even that. For me personally, I kind of like the idea of just upgrading the motherboard with everything on it and just using the old motherboard as a standalone PC in a 3D printed case or something like that. So yeah, I like that. I like that you can keep using your laptop old hardware, your laptop's old hardware after upgrading it. Okay. Let's go and pay visit to Timberg. I'm not sure if I'm running in the right... Yeah, I'm running in the right direction. So, and then maybe... I don't know, maybe we'll think about moving a little bit back north in some way. Raspberry Pi into... Yeah. It's a nice one, especially if it's a capable Pi. For example, like upgrading your laptop's board with the memory, with the CPU, everything, and then reusing the old motherboard as a like low power HTPC, for example, something to just throw back on the back of your TV and have not just a smart crappy TV, but a full-fledged PC there. I don't use smart TVs. I prefer HTPCs. Gig, well, yeah, 8 gig P5, of course, yeah. That one's good enough for pretty much a lot. Fist, yeah, don't know much about that since I'm avoiding like the smart TVs and whatnot. I kinda just, yeah, prefer HTPCs, at least those I know what's going on inside with, so yeah. Android's cool, but I'd prefer to have something a little bit more interesting. Especially if the screen's like more than a couple dozen inches in diagonal. Yeah. In my case, I have my unrated server running a virtual machine on that TV. So, I guess semi-virtual, because the video card's real. The keyboard and the mouse and USB, they are real too. The rest's virtual. Running Plex, yeah, mine's just running. Mine just virtual machine running Windows. Since it's all like on the same server, there's no problem in accessing the content if there is like when there's a need. Same here, but in my case it's just an SMB share over the network. Mine RAID mostly works as a giant file server. Not really that giant. I'm not really a data hoarder. Actually, I've kinda been even trying to downscale a little bit. In terms of like my crucial data, the data that I really want to save, it's like a couple of gigs. That's the data I wouldn't want to lose. The rest, not a big deal. With old shows and even ads, yeah. Cool. TV guide system. Well, heard about those. Never been a thing here. So, and yeah. So, I don't know much about TV these days because I don't really watch like broadcasts, let's put it that way. I watch shows, yeah. I watch films, movies, but not like not what's being broadcast. From 70s, 80s. Well, yeah. I kind of watched only one show from like days before. Let's put it that way. It's like the old Addams Family. That one I really like. So other stuff there is like some other stuff that I watched long time ago, but it's sort of kind of a little bit different here. Old Addams Family, kind of, yeah. It's a shame. It's only 2 seasons. Let's put it that way. Okay, no convoy here. Not that I was looking for one. It's just more than half of the time I'd come here and there would be a convoy. Oh, we finally found a canteen. And that normally doesn't spawn here. I think somebody left this canteen here. I don't think it actually even has a chance of spawning here. Not sure. I don't think I've ever seen canteens. Normally this house is actually so nothing special that like super generic civilian residential loot. Okay, so we can actually turn this bottle into a silencer, though I'm not going to like keep the silencer on my gun, because the gun itself is pretty long, and with this thing on, with this improvised silencer, a whole bottle on top of the like your barrel, it would turn me into like, I don't know, a radio guy running with gigantic antenna. It's enough that I have actually a bayonet attached to my assault rifle. Okay, let's see if it works. Though the thing about the silencers, zombies tend to destroy them in your inventory. So if you don't keep them somewhere deep in your pockets, in some container protecting it, yeah, you might easily lose it because of the zombies. Okay, can I put it on? Yes, I can. The gun with it, it's like, yeah, you look at this, it doesn't even fit on screen. I cannot zoom out more. So running around with this would be a grave mistake. Okay, I still have the tire iron attached to my backpack. That's from like a week ago, when I tried to get a car going, and I almost got it going, but I had to log out. I don't want to go to the bunker base. That's kind of like interesting that this lake is so much higher than the other one down there. The elevation on this one's sort of kind of insane compared to that one. They're like 20 meters apart, I think. Oh, somebody used this one. Long time ago, though. Have to use this opportunity to at least get some water. My character just a couple minutes ago was freezing in the rain, and now it's sunny. She's gonna get dry and she's gonna start sweating buckets. So your outfit is bad both for like warm weather and cold weather. So yeah, this place I kinda like. I couldn't even find the explanation what those structures initially were. At the beginning, when before the update that at some point was made to this map, it was just these two structures, like bracket-like concrete structures. They didn't have anything around, and when they updated the map like a couple years ago, they added actually this survivor base to this place. There's a gun in the trunk. There's just weak sauce. Yeah. I thought it'd be someone or something. Yeah. The loot's not impressive today here. Okay, I don't want to go to the bunker base. I don't have night vision. I don't have key cards. Nothing like that. So, and it's like a serious run for probably what, a couple of grenade launchers. That would be the best thing you can find around the base if you cannot go to the bunker. So maybe let's go maybe towards Snodbor. I don't want to teleport this character back to the coast. I mean, I don't mind getting teleported if it's legit, if it's a fight. But I myself, yeah, I don't want to go all the way back to the coast. With this loot doesn't really feel coastal, but at some point I might have to. If I want to start finally spending the characters, like, the best way to spend them would be to find some adventures. Okay, let's this goes to Timberk, I think. Oh, Timberk, sorry, Yezorov. So let's go to Yezorov. If I remember the map right. Yeah, no smoke, but for a second I thought it looked like something was sorta kinda going on around the chimney, let's put it that way. This I don't need. Golden ticket, always nice to find one. Just remembering the good old days, but I'm using slightly different caliber here. Teeth. Oh yeah. Now I have full belt. Finally. This character spent, I don't know, many hours of her life without the full belt. Just hoping one day to find everything. Okay, so I don't want to go back. Yeah, I don't want to go back to Topolin. So I thought of Notbar. Let's go there. That is so freaking insane that you can see the what I call Southern Topolin farm from here. It's so insane that the distance is like, the render distance is like this. Interesting though, the way it's oriented. I gotta take a look at the map. But yeah. So in order to get to Yezorov, just straight, you'd have to run, not following the road, but like, yeah, not the way I expected it to be, like, oriented. I've been finding a lot of these bags recently. Okay, any bases or stashes in this nice forest patch? No? I remember a couple times I found huge bases around these lands. just in the woods. So, but I don't think people would be doing this. Would be still doing this these days. I'm seeing almost zero bases built in a completely empty area, and well, in the wilderness out there. So people would just try to board off structures and whatnot, and would almost never these days build like forts in the woods. Oh, gonna get you. Good evening, welcome. So yeah, not a lot of true player bases in the wilderness, a lot of just gates built in a garage. And I thought I'd be cutting some corners with this path, but it feels like I'm just... Well, I hope I'm just running in the right direction overall, in the direction of Notbar. Gonna get you. Cool, cool. Hope everything went well. Yeah, I'm in the woods. I'm in the woods. Guess what? That's what Livonia is. Just the woods. How did I miss? Ah, yeah, I know how I missed the road with the lumber mill. I know how. Sorta kinda the one that I didn't get to when I was running to Yezerov. That one was even farther west. So yeah. Yeah, gonna get you. There's not a lot of places in Livonia to hide. I'm going to take a short break. Want to get myself something to drink and use the facilities. So some clips for you while you are waiting for me. Don't go away. And some AFK time for me while I'm trying to get back to you as fast as possible. So I'll be back in a couple minutes or something like that.
Hello, man. Hello, man.
Oh. Okay, why do you have to be shooting people? Whoa. Ah. Oh, I see. We kill together? Let's go kill. He's behind trees. He's laying down, he's right there, to the right. You're nice. You loot him. I don't care. Oh, that.
Yeah, and in that clip, I was just experimenting, shooting myself in the leg in the first versions of DZ.63, and that guy kinda wanted to interrupt me. So, good evening, Koldak. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting clips in there. Some of them are super old, but let's get back to real-time DayZ. So not recorded. Driving after a few too many, yeah. There's like probably a lot of clips with that too. Okay, let's keep going somewhere. But so far it's been kinda just blacked out driving. That I don't remember. A lot of like cars trying to fly away to the moon or something. Some even trying to go underground. A lot of clips with that. Ah, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one with the bear. Yeah, that bear, it was like kind of the bear. The bear was the bear. It was sort of... That's Huta. That's Huta. That's the very edge of Huta. Wow, yeah, you really can see pretty far. So, that bear got me by surprise because I sort of didn't even think of the fact that I didn't have the driver's door. So the bear would just get me. And then the second scene in that clip, the main scene in that clip is that somehow, by the look of it, the whole time I was in Cannes, the car kept moving. I think it kept moving pretty chaotically on that slope, and it didn't hit anything. Well, at least maybe since we were on Cannes we couldn't hear. We could hear the engine, but maybe we couldn't hear like the hits. And but the car didn't get any damage. So that's the most insane part. And I think when actually you go on Cannes, sometimes it would be like full gas, full accelerator. And that would definitely kill a car if you just run into a tree. Okay, do we need to hunt? Well, maybe at some point, but so far I don't want to. Survival, yeah. I would never ignore survival, but I'm not feeling just like hunting today. Especially not hunting, especially like cooking it all afterwards. Yeah. That's what I'm not feeling like tonight. Another place where people build bases. A small garage is just ahead, so let's take a look. But again, I'm not feeling like raiding anything either. Oh, there's like heli crash next to the Mustache Green, I suppose, on the road. Oh yeah, used to be a base there, but everything's empty. Everything's raided, abandoned, and empty. Let's go and take a look at the heli crash, though I don't think anything from it. Just maybe we at least can catch some signs of people being around. So yeah, I like M16A2. I like this gun a lot. Actually, I absolutely don't mind it being only like semi-auto. I don't use full auto I almost never use full auto. So even, well, on guns that have full auto. So, but the one thing that's kind of disappointing, well, I mean, the only downside for me that it is a long gun, and I intentionally made it even longer by attaching that bayonet. Uh, the only downside, the gun doesn't take any scopes. If it was possible to install even an ACOG, even just the one with like 4x magnification, 4x zoom, it would have been like a killer gun for me. I mean, you can install a scope on the SKS. You can, and this gun is pretty much an upgraded SKS. Okay, yeah. That's where it is. Nice. So probably nobody's been around. Kind of flanking the place. Yeah, the zombies are here. Even the couple. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, they got me pinned down. They got me next to a tree. I couldn't move back. That was fast. And when they attack you like this, you actually cannot really hit them properly. So, while normally it would take like 2 hits properly, 2 swings, you cannot do the streak when they are like hitting you like this. I couldn't step back because there was something behind me. As I'm going to get eaten by doggies, which is nice. To die because of doggies in this situation would be pretty interesting. I couldn't kill even one of them. Ooh, they destroyed a lot on me. Oops. Oh, another one came. Mr. Electrical, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, good evening. Nice to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's amazing. And yeah, look what the zombies did to the suppressor in my inventory. Well, they pretty much got my bomb handed to me. but the suppressor especially felt it. Better than the suppressor, yeah. Everything on me actually got damaged thanks to these zombies. So I just stepped back. Okay. And they tend to bite you in the face. Yeah, they damage the sunglasses. At least the beard and the handband, they're still going strong. Pistol itself needs some love. Okay. Let's go and take a look at the heli crash. So since we got attacked by doggies next to it, I think we are the only people. We are the only people around. Plus the zombies. The zombies were there. Gonna get you. Good question. Good question. For the bear, it depends on if you try to hurt it. The bear will finish you off if you try to hurt it before. Definitely. If it was just like the bear attacking you because of seeing you, it'll leave you be on con. But I never thought of doggies. See? That's how easy it is to kill a zombie if you are like controlling the situation. Okay, that's rounds for the gun. That's more rounds, but it's damaged. I don't like it. Quite some big backpacks that I don't really want. That one's wearing a good one. But kinda looks a little bit too bulky on him, so I don't want to look like that. Okay. This heli crash, but it is a backpack heli crash. Okay. We're lucky enough to have a convoy here on top of the heli. No, I don't think so. Maybe there are bases over there, but wow. People build bases everywhere. Cannot check them all the places. So let's go to Topolin, just as I wanted. Oh, sorry, Topolin. Nutbar. To Topolin we are not going to go. Been there, done that. Was empty. Don't want to go there again. Let me finish my drink here. So, for those who just joined, as you probably might have heard, the wipe's coming. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, but one way or another, sooner or later, and actually sooner than later, it's going to happen. And for me personally, that kinda creates one problem. I have a bunch of characters on different servers since I have several copies of DayZ, and I'm just going to lose them simply because of that wipe. They would just go into the void, and what I kinda want before that happens, I want to actually use them for something, for some adventures or whatnot. Oh, there's like an event over there. And again, all the zombies are still there. So normally I would kinda tend to stay a lot in one area, but here I'm trying to be as mobile as I can. You don't need to scream this loud. Okay, let's get rid of this. I need only the rounds. Be very, very quiet. Yep, exactly. Very, very quiet. Otherwise, it's like I scream, you scream, everybody screams. Yeah. Okay. We'll be hunting rabbits. No. No rabbits. Let's just take a look at the traffic event. Would be nice actually to camp it, but I don't think the server pop kinda makes it a good idea. So when you see like a traffic event like that, the entire fridge. Yeah. I had a nice meal today. Yeah, at a nice place. Kinda like sorta Asian food, but not really Asian. Asian-ish food. So, but it wasn't big. Not the place, I mean the meals that we've had. Not especially large portions there, unfortunately. Okay. That's pretty much just the event going on. And there's some guns. Interesting. An axe. Okay, just for the loot, just to learn about the loot that this one spawned. Just going to take a look. Carbs make you hungry? Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah. No. Not... Not two of you at once. Yeah, they have pretty bad nails. Where's the bandage that I've been using? I can see it on my hotbar, cannot see it in my inventory. Backpack corner, yeah. Oh, what? Well, I used the hotbar. After all. Okay, just to take a look at the loot. Seems to be pretty random. Okay, the police, the fire trucks found like the fireman loot. Here we have, well, police stuff. Want to dispatch this one first? No. Oh, my machete needs some love, really. What is wrong with their nails tonight? They keep getting me. It's like the jacket's okay. The backpack maybe. I don't know what's wrong, but yeah. The sharpening stone, yeah, on their nails. I suppose, straight on their nails. Another one over there. Actually, quite some of them. Because these ones are wearing this anti-stab vests, you cannot kill them in just 2 swings. You'd need minimum 3. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the farmer actually had something to say. It's like his gun here. So maybe it was a little bit more than just another road traffic incident. Maybe some firearms were involved. Was hunting rabbits, yeah. Volkswagen rabbits. Okay, so this base I don't even want to peek into. Maybe I'll look at it from like distance. I don't know if people even go there these days. Unless maybe you are in new spawn. Somehow that somehow ended up like in the south. A mushroom, but just one. Hard to tell if it's mine. It probably is, since I'm seeing zombies. Well, I mean, technically speaking, who knows? There's quite some of them outside. Have they just been wandering around, or did they spawn like this? Let's pay a quick visit. Why is this red? Why do we have a red light in here? What is going on? Crap. I mean, that's the only red light that... Yeah, I know of. That's the only, I mean, the only thing that can create red light of this type that I know of. Just a sec, yeah. Willy, good evening, welcome. Roxanne. Yeah. Unless somebody just shot their own red flare. It's not really coming. Well, actually, it was coming. It gives you quite some time. But only if you notice that red light. It was of the best place to hit. I mean, because of its uselessness. The zombies feel to be a little bit outside of their normal areas. At least some. So maybe the town actually has some people in it. Food is always nice. No chocolate wafers in that fanny pack, unfortunately. And this one's empty. They used to spawn like these chocolate bars, I think. Okay. Well, the only thing that's going on here is that I can see some zombies everywhere. Oh, hello. Well, okay. That was pretty bold. Pretty bold to build this on top of this building. And I think it's impossible to actually keep these bases protected. You build it like one day, the next day it'll be all, well, if not just destroyed, then definitely raided. But yeah, naturally those ruins are going to be attracting people just to check them out. Though it's obvious that these are just ruins. Probably not a single crate or barrel left in there. Let's go and take a look. Yeah. Really looks like they had a lot of walls in here. You little piece of rotten meat. Hit me twice. Unaprali, thank you for watching. I haven't been streaming a lot of DayZ lately though, so but thank you for watching. So this is like my second one after a pretty long break. Unintentional. Unintentional. I always want to play DayZ every day, all day. It's just sometimes, yeah, having only an hour or so, even firing up the game for this short period of time would be just interesting. Would be just kinda pointless. You can see even a little bit of the main square from here. There's something moving over there. a zombie, obviously. It was kinda moving in an interesting pattern. Okay, it's really like, judging by the state of the zombies here, that we are not alone around here. But I haven't seen any specific signs of people anywhere. Somebody build a base over there. And welcome to the stream, Unaprale. Welcome to the stream. So, I would say, like, maybe let's wait a little bit here. But we haven't seen the signs of them, any signs. We haven't heard them doing anything, so if they're here somewhere, they are pretty good at just staying hidden, staying stealthy, covering their tracks. Unless we just catch them just right in our crosshairs, we might not be able to detect their presence. But yeah, the zombies are everywhere. It's not that they are everywhere, they seem to be spread out very evenly. Maybe somebody was on the base when it got attacked. Unaprelli, I do not have any information. I do not have any expectations. So when it gets released, I'll play it. I just hope to have some time to play the game when the map gets released. So, because if I end up again having only like an hour a day when the map gets out, that'd be like, yeah, pretty much super annoying. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not even guessing about the release date. I do not care if it's going to be released today or like in 2 weeks or in 2 years. I'll play it when it gets here. So I kind of feel like my business, my lack of free time might become even larger problem than the release date of this map. So and as for the things to play, I mean, if we're talking about just DZ maps, I'd want to try quite some of them, so we can say that I have a backlog even of DZ maps that are already out there. So Badlands, just adding one more to them. Not really going for me personally to change the picture. So it will be released at some point. That's how I look at it. But since I don't really even care about the date, I don't even know the rumors. Let's put it that way. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna get you. You have a good one. You have a good one. Thanks for jumping in. And yeah, nice to be able to stream when it's like my normal time. And yeah, it's actually insanely warm here for this time of year. Today we had like plus 16 Celsius. Obviously it's way colder at nights, but plus 16 Celsius. We still have piles of snow everywhere. It's so strange to have plus 16 and like piles of snow lying around, slowly thawing. Did I just hear something? We're gonna get you. I see. Well, you get warm, man, and yeah, see you soon, I guess. At least I hope to. Just a zombie. Okay. I'm giving it like another minute. So the town is full of zombies and they are all in different places. But I haven't seen a single body of that zombie. But that's easy to hide if you really care about that type of covering your own tracks. And I do. So if I kill a zombie, I would try to kill it inside the building. Simply keep the body off of the street. Okay. Okay, let's go to the roof. Take a look at what's going on there. Hope no mines. No mines. Nothing's really going here. Just as I expected, no storage even. It's all just ruins. How did they do this? It's like semi-submerged in the roof. I've been recently seeing the stuff. The walls, the fences, the gates submerged in the other surfaces. And yeah, this is like something a little bit unexpected. So it's like, yeah, see? Even if there's a way to like glitch them through like this, why would you need to? Or maybe they got glitched through on their own because of like server issues or something. Yeah. So maybe somebody just went through the town just before us. Who knows? And triggered all the zombies into existence and into just wandering around and spreading. These police ones seem to be relentless. Okay. These still seem to be a little bit more around here. You coming? Yeah. I'm getting attacked by zombies a lot tonight. Okay, we can definitely pick up a couple of bandages around here if we find some. These garages are medical. And then, of course, sometimes we'd have more medical loot than the medical building. Okay. This piano house is medical. Was a base here too. Okay. Careful. And it's raining again, just very much in accordance with the title. Today it's been raining, just to confirm my title. A lot. It's been pouring. Water purification. Interesting. And 357. A box of 357 rounds. And no bandages. Okay. Oh. There's one. And then there's another. Even this bus is medical. This bus stop. Bus. No bus. Only a bus stop. And this is not medical. This is all just pretty standard. This building and that garage over there are both quite popular among base builders. But this town already got its bases at different places. There's a well here, but I don't want to go in there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the only thing good about this weather is that it allows me to ignore the zombies because they ignore me. Ooh, this kind of bright texture looked a little bit like a smoke. Just white smoke on a neutral, I guess, neutral background. For a second I was like, what? Hoping to find a proper backpack. Proper hunting backpack in one of these buildings. Okay. Anything interesting in here? This building is always empty. So yeah, the place seems to be pretty dead. The only thing that made it kind of look a little bit more lively was zombies. Those guys were really spread out, which is usually a thing for them when there's people around. Okay. Yeah, the character is getting cold again. Probably going to need a lot of calories. Even here we have zombies. Well, I mean, I spent quite some time looking down at the city from one of the apartment block buildings, so yeah, these ones can be here because of me. Okay, can I jump? I don't think I can, so we're going around. Battery charger. Nobody built a base in this one. I once had some fun with a base here and with a car that got teleported from the inside the base to the roof. I think I tried to get it off the roof, and it was sorta kinda completely an obvious thing how to do that. Oh, hello there. Didn't hear you coming. That one was actually wounded, and they killed the sheep. One of them already got wounded. Do the sheep bite back? Oops. One of them died just from one bullet, which is not normal at all. Let's go and take a look at the sheep. Since it's already dead, I can maybe use it. Yeah. Okay. They didn't have time to eat it. Okay, this one's quite big. And the fat. Oh. Yeah, okay, no, everything's okay. The fat I'm leaving behind then, or should I? Is it? Oh, it's full. No, I'm not leaving that behind. I'm not leaving that behind. Let's just take this piece of meat that's 57%, and this one that's 57, and take this 100% full. What the hell? That tree just appeared. Uniprelli, that's why I always try to have a silent sidearm. To be able to deal with them like this. See that zombie over there? That one is either one of the static zombies, or it really feels like somebody is over there, or just ran through that place. And these doggies, they kind of looked pretty strange. Everything kind of felt pretty not the way it would be normally. So everything feels different. That's the best word. Somehow it is all different. But this is the very edge of Nutbury. If it's empty, then yeah. One of the doggies definitely was wounded, definitely something was wrong with his health. They never die from like one bullet, even if it's in the head or like in the heart. They seem to be a little bit too thick for that. But that one of those three died. Just one bullet, I think. There's a bear. The bears here I would actually still want to avoid, because I don't have full auto firepower to fight off the bears. Why is that zombie running into the wall? That zombie is stuck on the fence and it is running. People would come here to cook. A couple times I've seen people around here just working on a base. Yeah, that zombie is stuck. Maybe it's running because it's a runner. Okay, I really want to go just to the other side of the road and watch from there. Somebody tried to build a wall across the road. Well, they actually built that wall. It's that it seems to be now mostly despawned. There's a lot of runners for a place like this. Yeah, you cannot see me. I'm not here. Keep running. I think I saw something sort of orange on the road. But no, it's like standard base building supplies. Helicopter. Fortunately, this wall cannot stop a helicopter here. Would be nice to have it crashed into something just in front of you. Bling Bling, thank you for lurking and welcome. Okay, this place feels eerie. It's like something's going on here. It's like somebody's running around this place in circles, and it's not me. The zombies seem to be all pretty far. Yeah, we have mushrooms. Well, the mushrooms probably are all mine now. Let's enjoy some mushrooms. Since, yeah, I told you I didn't want to hunt, I didn't want to cook, but that sheep got killed in front of me by the doggies, so... Another one here. They're all good. 3 good mushrooms in a row. It's actually way more water than calories, but I need both. Always. And a penny bun. In good condition as well. Okay, a little bit of mushroom hunting. Since people hunting are not really working. Waxy Noodle, thank you for the follow. So yeah, it really felt like we've been just following somebody, or somebody just sort of maybe just went through the town just right before we entered it. Something along those lines. But otherwise, I couldn't see. I didn't try to loot the town. I didn't try to check a lot of... well, I barely checked anything in there. So if somebody was just as smart as me, killing all the zombies they had to deal with inside the buildings, then yeah. No wonder I couldn't see any signs of people. Well, on the surface. Signs of people on the surface. Yeah, otherwise it's been pretty quiet. Sometimes you would like hear shots on servers with even less players. More less. Way more less. Way less. So sometimes, yeah, a server with a ton of people would like stay completely quiet. Nothing in the garage. I expected it to have a base too, or at least remnants of a base. Okay, but right, our luck at Nutbar. The only thing we found there was that sheep killed by doggies that attacked me completely silently. And I guess let's do some cooking. Yeah. This character is my only character that's not going to pick up anything 357 related. And the game is constantly giving her like Desert Eagles, the magazines for them, and whole boxes of 357 rounds, so that are pretty hard to find. But this character is the only character that's not going to have a Desert Eagle. Normally I would try to get a Desert Eagle going, but not this character. Okay, so another thing this character doesn't have, it's like, for some reason, a lighter or even a box of matches. Let's just try to do some cooking using only one piece of bark as fuel. I'd need more wood actually to build a fire starting kit. Then I'm going to use in this fire. Okay. So not going to drop the sticks in the fireplace, only this piece of bark and this one piece of bark should be fully enough to cook all the meats we have. It'll get the stove up to the temperature, and then it'll continue cooking just on the ashes, on the temperature from coming from the ashes, and without producing any smoke whatsoever. I think they gonna fix that because this is a little bit too OP for cooking. On the other side, you cannot get warm like this. You only can cook like this. So with this fireplace, I think you can cook up to 14 pieces of meats using just one piece of bark. This is gonna get cold in my backpack, as I'm not going to stay in this house. Even though we are not producing any smoke right now, this house is still sort of kind of on a hill in between two parts of the quarry. The small one with the military tents, with the military barracks. Well, they are not military, but they spawn military loot. And between the small one and the big one. Oh, this one's already ready to be eaten. But I think my character got his energy completely full, her energy completely full, just after eating the mushrooms. Like it was 4 mushrooms actually, not one, not 2. 4 mushrooms in a rapid succession. Okay. Let's step back a little bit. Enjoying the look of the small quarry. Quarry is, yeah. This one is a small one. Finally getting some temperature. I mean, this character, I don't know, her clothes are bad both for cold weather and hot weather. If it gets a little bit warmer than just, I don't know, this freezing rain, she starts sweating buckets immediately. And yeah, if it gets just a little bit wet, yeah. She would start shaking like a leaf. Oh god! That was the wrong weapon at all. I somehow managed to press a really wrong key. Oops, we attracted a helicopter. No, of course. Oh boy. I think that my bullet, stray bullet, actually hit that helicopter. Just after the shot, it crashed somewhere over there. Well, yeah. I just wanted to kill that zombie with a knife. So that was a little bit unexpected turn of events. The Lamborg fan. Really? That's the Lamborg fan? That's like the ruins of Radunin or Radzanica. Or that one. Those. No. Yeah, from this angle I cannot tell what I'm looking at exactly. Okay, I made some unexpected noise. Let's leave the area before somebody just comes and hunts me down without me even spotting them. So I'm getting back to the southern highway, connecting Nadbar, Rzhech, and Grabin, I suppose. So back to that eerie place, eerie outskirts of Nadbar. I just didn't want to cook there. The sheep, though, the sheep was killed by doggies that sort of kind of came in silently. First killed that sheep and then tried to attack me. And it was like the first time when I spotted the doggies actually coming to me. Not like hurt them. The zombies are still there. Okay. So I think at this point it's gonna be time for me to call it again. Again. A day to call it again. Let's not call anybody again. To call it a day. So I'm kinda already starting to lose my focus, which is not fun when you play DayZ. You might get shot by a person standing in front of you without you even realizing that somebody was in front of you. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't leave the channel yet. Please stay for a little bit longer. First of all, YouTube people, thank you for watching on YouTube. If you like this video on YouTube, please leave a like. That helps. Doesn't matter if you're watching it as a live broadcast or as a recorded video. It helps in like to have likes on YouTube. That's like a measure of interest. Twitch people, and subscribe for more, of course, on YouTube. Though on Twitch my quality is better than on YouTube. Well, I'm primarily Twitch streamer, so that's why. I have Twitch figured, but not YouTube. So Twitch people, thank you very much for watching on Twitch. and people jumping in the chat. Unaprale, Link Blink, Willy, Mr. Electrical, Cold Duck, Gonna Getcha, and Feast. Thank you very much, people, for jumping in and watching, and quite some lurkers tonight. Thank you very much for that too. One new follower, Waxy Noodle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your follow. Now let's go and find somebody to raid on Twitch. Give me a second to do that. Hiccups. Apologies for that. Gonna be for a little bit. Okay, this guy I raided yesterday. This guy I raided. Well, I mean, I'm kind of feeling like yeah, not really looking for somebody who I never raided before. Let's go to Mr. Io Demetrio. We've been raiding him a lot, but that's because he is just usually he's just starting his stream when I'm kind of starting to wrap my things here up. So, and he tends to stay on for quite some time, way longer than my barely 3 hours here. So let's go and say hi to Mr. Io Demetrio. The thing is my Twitch chat, the link. And I will see you all tomorrow. Mr. Io Demetrio is enjoying some derail PvP. And I will see you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.